Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome. I'd like to introduce to you some common disability insurance problems and their solutions. You see, within the world of disability insurance, there are some areas of which sometimes we find as salespeople difficult situations. And these include not enough coverage, not any coverage available at all, and then the last category that I call, oh no, what the heck am I going to do with this one? Let's start by talking about not enough coverage. You see, in the world of disability insurance, we go up to certain amounts, and then we need an excess layer at certain times in order to give us the sufficient amount of disability coverages that we're looking for. So the question that comes up is excess disability insurance truly needed? Financial experts and our industry experts all agree that about 2/3 of a person's income is what's needed just to stay alive. 2/3. Now, you notice when I said 2/3, I didn't say a dollar amount, did I? I said a percentage of income. So, you see, regardless of income level, people dedicate 2/3 of their income just to survive. That includes a mortgage of a house, the utilities, food, expenses, and whatnot. So regardless of a $100,000 income earner or a $1 million income earner, percentage is what's important, not the dollar amount. If we look at an example from our traditional disability markets, what you find is that as an income goes up, the percentage of income that they typically will offer goes down. So the dollar amount may sound great, but by percentage, it might be a small amount. Now, typically, we find that a person who makes up to about $100,000 of income a year generally can get about 2/3 right out of the chute. But again, as income starts going up, progressively that percentage goes down to where, if you see on the screen, a $500,000 year income earner is lucky to get 40% of their income covered by just one carrier. Excess coverage layers on top of the income level to bring them up to that 2/3 level, regardless of the income level. So let me give you an example here. Here we have Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith has an annual income of $600,000 a year. Now, $600,000 is not a huge income, but it is a very hefty income, I agree. But if you take that $600,000 and break it down, that works out to be $50,000 a month in income. 2/3 of that equals $32,500 per month. Now, when you approach most disability carriers, you're probably going to get $20,000, maybe $25,000 a month. There's a few that keep adjusting a little bit, but that's generally the number in there. That leaves them a shortfall still, because $32,500 is that 2/3 rule for this income earner. So excess disability insurance is layered on top of that base plan to give them up to the appropriate amounts that they require, the 2/3. Now, this excess disability can be written as an individual policy. It can be written as a GSI policy in a multi-life format as well. So lots of different ways that excess disability insurance can be written. And excess disability insurance is not limited to just personal disability insurance. No, no, no. We use it also in the world of buy-sell agreements, business overhead expense disability plans, and key persons. You see, as a way of an example here, in the world of buy-sells, what's the maximum benefit that we could buy from the traditional disability markets for a buy-sell? Well, it happens to be about $2, maybe $3 million. Do you happen to know any companies worth more than $2 or $3 million? Yeah, there's a lot of them, aren't there? So anytime that they need more coverage, excess disability is in need for these particular situations. Our next category is the not any coverage available. Every day our office gets calls like this, and I'm sure you do as well. That is, I have a client who, and you fill in the blank. They're an entertainer, they're a pilot, they're a venture capitalist, they're martial arts instructors. By the way, think about this. Driving to your office today, how many martial arts studios did you drive by? Probably several. and every one of them are uninsurable by most companies. So these are markets that are just sitting there in your backyard. Jockeys, horse trainers, artists, and my favorite of all, tuna boat captains. Now, everyone always laughs when I talk about tuna boat captains, but here's the reality. The captains for the fleet of Starkist make over $1 million a year. That's a pretty good income for a captain, isn't it? You see, it's not about driving a boat. It has to do with knowing where the tuna are. Time is money. You need professional people to get in, get out, and get the catch and be back. That's it. So they're very, very well-paid people. And they are uninsurable by most companies. So not any available at all. And then our last category falls into a whole plethora of different options out there. And these I call the, oh my gosh, what the heck am I going to do with this one? And they include things such as a short-term need for disability insurance, international needs for disability insurance, all sorts of different categories, including some that our standard companies might write conceptually, but because of unique situations, they won't do, such as in the world of a buy-sell disagreement, buy-sell disability policy, you might have a 25-year-old and a 65-year-old working in business together, and they need a buy-sell. Yeah, we know the 65-year-old's trying to leave the business, and you're trying to get us to fund it. No, that's a legitimate business need. So, but there's a lot of companies who write buy-sells who won't touch that because of situations such as that. So there are, again, in the world of the standard disability markets, lots and lots of situations that they just will balk at. And there are markets available for that. So, in conclusion here, what I want all of you to do is to think of yourself like a physician. Now, when you go to a physician, they don't prescribe one pill for everything. I have a broken arm, take this pill. I have a heart attack, take this pill. I have cancer, take this pill. No, you don't expect a physician to do that. You expect a physician to create a plan, and it's going to be a multiple approach that they're going to take to solving the situation. It's going to be a combination of things. The same is true in the world of disability insurance. It's not one policy that will solve any and all situations. It may take several policies, several different situations. Excess disability to layer on top of personal disability. Oh, and then they also need buy-sell and a business overhead expense disability plan. So think of yourself like a physician. Prescribe the solution. Don't just offer a product, a single source solution there. Here's another little tip for on the sales side that I learned a long time ago. Don't say no outright to someone, ever. Why? Because then they think that you have automatically assumed that you aren't listening to what they're asking you to do. Say, let me check and I'll get back to you. Because you see, if you weren't exposed to some of the excess and special risk disability programs, you might automatically say, nope, can't do that. And then someone else will come in with the solution behind you. So say, let me check, and go ask, and go check, and then come back to them. Now, in the end, it still might be a no, but they feel like you've gone to bat for them. You've gone and looked. You've done your diligent search, and that's all they were asking, is someone to listen. And that will give you many, many more sales in the long run. And lastly, who's your best source to help with any and all of these disability situations? Why? It's the Plus Group. Any Plus Group member around the country can help you. They are experts in all levels of disability insurance, not just a single product. They, like physicians, have solutions for all aspects of disability insurance, and they will help you make more sales in the future. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time today.